Hey, everybody. Good to have you with us. It is Friday night. And how is everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Friday night edition of, what does it say there? It's the Jim Masters Show. And this is your host, Jim Masters. So we made it through another week together. And it's so good to see you and you and you. As a matter of fact, it's time for our toast. You know how it goes here at the Jim Masters Show. We like to toast each and every one of you. And I've got to say, this has been an extraordinary 2 weeks. I can't believe 2 weeks have flown by so quickly. And it's been extraordinary. This show has just grown by leaps and bounds. And we're putting a lot of work into it behind the scenes to create a fun, interactive show, very interactive with you guys, informative as well as entertaining, with amazing guests and terrific segments. And we're going to be doing some on location this weekend as well. So that's really cool. And boy, have we had some extraordinary guests on the show since we kicked it off. This week, we had a full week of interviews with celebrity guests and friends. And of course, last week we did nostalgia and so much more. We did a Mother's Day brunch show. We're kicking it up as we go along, a notch and a notch and a notch, and just having a great time. If you're just joining us for the first time, I am your host, Jim Masters. I'm a television and radio host, actor, journalist, writer, producer, and I work in the media field and entertainment, and been doing it for many years. And we have decided to create the Jim Masters Show, Jim Masters Live here, because so many of the folks who know me from my work in TV and radio, and just friends and colleagues said, Jim, you got to do this. And all of you on social media, on my Facebook pages, Instagram, and YouTube, and Twitter at Jim Masters TV, have always told me to do something like this. So, you know, we've been at home. I've been working out of the home studio, and we created the Jim Masters Show. And again, it's really been the outpouring of love and support. I have so many people who want to be on the show too. We've got an incredible array of guests who are joining next week from a variety of fabulous fields too. And it's going to be amazing, from entertainment and television and music. And it's going to be really, really terrific. So how are you? That is the key question here. How are you doing? You having a good day today? I hope everything is going well for you. We welcome everybody from all around the world. Continue to tell your friends too, because again, this show is built with you in mind. I like the interaction. I like all the great feedback. We're going to be chiming in with some great comments, and we've got a good, fun show in store for you tonight. So, as we always do here at the Jim Masters Show, I always like to kick things off by welcoming you and toasting you. So I hope you have your beverage of choice. All the guests this week have had theirs, which has been really cool. Loved having Rain Pryor, daughter of Richard Pryor, and wonderful playwright and singer and actress and dear friend of mine, running for Baltimore City Council, Rain Pryor. Fabulous interview. Go back in the archives if you missed last night's interview with Rain Pryor. We chatted for 90 minutes, solid. We've been friends for years. She was amazing. And we chatted after the show for a while. It was just a blessing to have her on with me. She's a dear friend. And of course, Dan Goggin, the playwright and creator of Nonsense, the Broadway hit, was with us. We had June Rachelson Aspa, lyricist and composer and author, and also Rena Venturi, acting coach, casting director, actor, producer, composer. It was a great week, I tell you, and so many people are lining up to want to be on the show, and I really appreciate that. One of these episodes that's going to come up, we're going to be celebrating one of our viewers. That's right, one of you will be a guest on this show. That's right, you don't have to come here. You can be wherever you are, and we'll work it out. You know, technically, we'll get you in there so you can be on the show. So I toast you and you and you and you and you and you. And tonight we have just a little rosé. This is just a little rosé in this famous green glass that we've been using. This, again, is my Aunt Gertie's, my mother's oldest sister. And this was passed down. And oh, boy, that tastes really good. Just a hint of sweetness. Hey, look who's here. The sidekick, George Burns. Again, if you're just joining us, George Burns, the legendary comedian and actor, he and producer and writer. He has been a part of the show now for about a week, and that's thanks to you. I used him one night on Nostalgic Night, and everybody said they wanted George Burns, the authentic George Burns doll, to be here as my sidekick. So there is George. He says hello to all of you as well. Got to have fun, got to have levity, right? And of course, as always, we kick the show off with our regulars, our regular cast of characters. Jeannie, how are you, Jeannie? You doing well this Friday night? she's been having a rough time, since the hair salons are closed. Her hair hasn't been done the way she wants it. So I think it looked terrific, but I mean, she doesn't want to come out of the bottle because she doesn't like the way her hair's coming out. And because of this whole situation where we've been homebound, she lost the powers to be able to blink a hairstyle. So I don't know. Well, you hang in there, okay? We'll talk to you later towards the end of the show. All right, you got it. Yes, master. That's funny. So hope you guys are doing well. I know, things are starting to reopen a little bit, and it's sunny. It's a beautiful day here in the northeastern United States along the coast here. Absolutely stunning. I think we got into the high 70s, low 80s. It was beautiful. We always kick the show off with some fun here with this cool character. Lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, and action. Now the show is official, and the show has begun. So we have a new cast. That's right, a new cast member who's joining us here. We've got George, we've got Jeannie, and a few others are joining us. And of course, most importantly, we have you. Introducing to our show, Silver. Silver is the official mascot. That's right. And take a look at Silver. There you go. What an apropos name for this wonderful canine here, huh? So Silver is here as well. This is great if you have kids watching, grandkids. They're going to fall in love with Silver. Silver is a beautiful canine, of course, and he's kind of like Goliath from Davy and Goliath. Only I hear him talk, so I'm kind of like Davy. I'm the only one that gets to hear him talk. However, maybe we'll get his mouth to move. This was something that we picked up when we were in Europe and got it shipped over a while ago. I was on a TV shoot in Europe, and we were in Greece and Germany and Amsterdam and a couple other places. We were in Italy as well. But this was sent over from Europe, and it's really nice. So he's officially making the debut. Welcome, Silver, to the show as well. So, boy, what a cast we have. We've got Silver, we've got George Burns, and we've got Jeannie here. And, of course, we've got you. I hope you're having a great day. Let me know how you're doing. I see a bunch of comments here, and I want to get right to the comments. I want to be really interactive with you tonight because we've had some great guests, great interviews. We've got a whole week of interviews next week, but a lot of segments Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A lot of cool segments tonight, tomorrow, and on Sunday. Join us 7 p.m. Eastern every night. I must be crazy. I signed up to do this every night. Every night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And if you're watching in Europe and Australia, whatever the time is, we welcome you because we have an audience that's building in Europe, Australia, Asia, other parts of the world. I've been hearing from people. So we welcome Canada, coast to coast in the U.S., good to have you with us. Lots of comments coming in already. Wow, let's see. Let's get you guys in here. And Minerva says, hola, hola, Minerva. A little story quickly about Minerva, which I told you a couple of nights ago. Minerva and I have been friends on Facebook for a long time. And whenever I go away on trips or to visit family, and if there's ever anything where it's a coast, because I grew up near the ocean, so I love the coast. And I always post pictures where, we're along the coast. So she says she always feels like she's on a virtual vacation with me when I post the pictures on social media, of beautiful scenes and masters, mantras, and things like that. And she came up with a nickname for me, Coastal Chico. So we've been playing off that on Facebook back and forth. And she lives in New York City, so I call her City Girl. So I'm Coastal Chico, and she is City Girl, Minerva. Good to see you, Minerva. It's great to have you here. And we've got some more folks joining us. Again, this is a very interactive show. I don't like to be just me talking. I like to have you involved right here. Hey, Jim Masters from Christopher Joseph. The New Love Express is his group. He's in Toledo, Ohio. He's been here. And Christine Fairwood. Hello to you, Christine. Thank you as well for your love and support. You've been here, I think, just about every night since we started. It's hard to believe that this has only been about 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks. I think this weekend, probably 2 weeks will be the 2-week mark. And so much has happened. Great, Minerva says. What are we drinking? So that is a little rosé there. I want to know what you're drinking. Let me know what you guys have. Did you grab a beverage? It could be anything. It could be water. It could be tea, coffee, wine, after maybe it's a Friday night evening and have some wine. And let's see that. So there's your answer. You got that covered. Let's see. We have Austin Greenfield says, that is a very cute dog. I love that name, Silver. Yes, Silver is joining us. And hello, everybody, from Martha Oliver Swartz. Her son, James, just wrapped up his terrific show. Great singer and musician. And finally, warm at the ST Shore probably means CT Shore, Connecticut. Absolutely. And let's see, Martha says, hi, Jim. I love this. I love this. I love having a show where we can really interact with people, not just me doing the talking. Minerva, handsome. We thank you. You must mean either George, Jeannie, or maybe the dog, right? And Ken, of course, always asks, I don't know who asks what's in the glass more, Ken or my mother in Florida. And my sister asks for her. That's a little rosé in there, Ken. Ken, I want to know what you have in your glass. And my sister, of course, says LOL. And Karen Ianni says, and she's in beautiful Pittsburgh. Hi, Jim. Hi, Karen. Happy Friday to you as well, Karen. I've met Karen, and she's a wonderful person, and I just really enjoy her. Great show. Watched Rain Pryor today. I guess if you take Rain and Pryor and you put it together, it's Ryan, right? That was an amazing interview. And again, she and I, we chatted for 90 minutes. You know, the show was only really supposed to be an hour, but what a solid 90 minutes that was. I mean, the humor when the dog came into the house when she was talking, and she was talking about what was in her glass, and she opened up about her life as the daughter of Richard Pryor and her mother, her wonderful mother, the scientist and astronomer. Again, I knew that when I had her on as a guest, it was going to be a solid conversation. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun, which it was. And she just is a gem of a person and a dear friend of mine. So I was happy to share her with you on the show. And we talked after. She had a blast. She loved it, and all the feedback as well. Again, you can see my interview with Rain Pryor. It is on the Facebook page. It's on my YouTube page, all right here at Jim Masters TV. And enjoy it. We get into some really deep conversation, and there's a lot of laughs too. And Minerva is toasting in New York City with refreshing sangria. That's a great choice. Marianne Kelly in New Jersey says, hi, Jim. Hello, Marianne. And Christine wanted to know what it was in the glass as well. And that's a little rosé. And let's see, we've got a ton coming in here already. And we just started the show. More coming in. Oh, boy. Let's see. And you also perform. Christopher always gets those little promos in there. Performs with the Skip Turner Jazz Band. Well, of course. Christopher Joseph is having iced coffee in Ohio, USA. Yum, yum, really good. David William Smith, I've told you, he's a dear friend, and he's really terrific. Good guy. He's a salt of the earth kind of guy. And I've got a friend like that named Mike Branco, who I've known for many years in New York. He's probably watching this. And just a regular guy, salt of the earth guy. You could talk to him for hours. And David is like that. He worked for ESPN. He's since retired. He worked for public television, PBS. And he and I met when I used to host a show on iHeartRadio. And he was, in the traffic department, really getting everything together for the stations. Great guy. Good to see you. And he's having a little Cabernet tonight. Nice choice, David. And water for Christine. Very good. You've got to hydrate. You've got to hydrate as well. Minerva says she loves it. And of course, she mentioned she had the sangria. And solid interview. I watched it again. I have to tell you, these interviews that we've been having, I calculated, I think I mentioned this on close-up radio or close-up television, or maybe when I was on my work on public television or anything else. I think I calculated I've interviewed about 6,000 people on TV. Aaron Neville and Judy Collins and Peter, Paul, and Mary, and I can list it out. Jacques Pepin, Julia Child, some wonderful people. But it's all amazing. And then on the interviews today, actually on Close-Up Radio, I post links to Close-Up Radio because I host those shows as well daily. There was a couple of people I interviewed today, and one of the guests, she was just brought to tears because she loved the conversation so much. She was opening up about her life. She's a life coach. And she was just talking about how she inspires so many other people. And then she was reading these 7 principles that she applies. And when she got to the 5th principle, it really hit her on the radio. And she really started to emote. And it was a beautiful thing. And that happens a lot. Scott R. Davis in Connecticut says, Hi, Jim Masters TV. Yes, Jim Masters TV. Good to have you with us, Scott. I hope you're doing well. It's great to have everybody here. Keep the comments coming. Swartz Management. I should put a tie on for that. Hi, Jimmy Coco Pop. Hey, Swartz Management. Did you meet Silver? We got Silver, the newest cast of characters. We're going to build a roster of casts here as we grow. Silver is now going to be part of the set here on Jim Masters TV, along with George Burns and Jeannie. So there is Silver. Beautiful, huh? Really, really, really cool. And you just stay there and make sure that nobody like knocks down the door or bangs into the set or anything. Okay, Silver? Just don't bark during the show. Did you hear Rain's dogs last night barking? That 3 dogs coming in all at once. The neighbor was walking the dog, Rain Pryor's dogs. It's incredible. Let's see. Well, there's a reason why, Christopher. I'll post this right here. Your show gets bigger and bigger every night. Well, it's because of you guys. Again, I started doing this as Masters Mantras on Facebook, and then I started posting on YouTube. You'll see some of the Masters Mantras that I posted. And then people said, why don't you turn it into a show? And I'm working out of the home studio, and I just decided to do it about 2 weeks ago. And, working in television and using some of the resources I have in television, I've just applying some of that knowledge and understanding and throwing it all together here. And it's been a blast. You would think there's a crew of 30 people here. Not quite. That's in the other studios, but in the home studio, it's we're taking care of the majority of it here. Got a couple people helping. Yes, it's Martha Swartz. Of course I knew that. Martha Oliver Swartz. Good to have you all here. It's really, really terrific. Now, we want to wish, how we start the show, or we were, got all these wonderful things and props and everything. We want to start by doing what we love to do. And that, of course, are birthdays. Now, there's a lot of birthdays, but I'm just going to do a few because I don't want to spend the whole time on the birthdays because they've got a lot of cool stuff. And the time goes by so fast. I don't know about you, but when I watch these in the archive, I watch them to critique and to perfect and everything else, which a lot of talent tend to do. It goes so fast. The hour goes by so incredibly fast. With the interviews, we've gone a little bit beyond the hour because I'm not somebody who likes to cut people off. And people know me when I do interviews on television and radio, among other things I do on television and radio in my world. I don't like to cut people off. And if they're really saying some incredible things, I like to let them roll because they don't always get an opportunity to do that. A lot of times when they do interviews, it's quick. It's sound bites. It's like, okay, next. And then it gets edited and boom, boom, boom. And they only pick parts that are like going to be jarring or, sometimes when you let people roll, you have a deep conversation and it's so connecting. That's always been my method. So we do want to wish happy birthday to a variety of people here. And we're going to do Okay, so there you can see right there, that is a Bronx Tale, and that is, who was in that? Chaz Palminteri. Brilliant actor, absolutely brilliant actor, really amazing person. Got a chance to meet him in New York when he was on stage. Now, Bronx Tale, of course, based on his play of the same name, and really incredible. And the recurring role of Shorty as well in Modern Family. Remember Modern Family? Parliamentary was born on May 15th, 1952 in the Bronx, the son of Rose, a homemaker, and Lorenzo Parliamentary, a bus driver. He was raised in the Belmont neighborhood of the Bronx. Again, he was born Collegiero, Lorenzo, Chaz, Parliamentary. Say that 5 times fast. May 15th, 1952. And he's incredible. He's of Sicilian origin. His grandparents, Collegiero Parliamentary and Rosa Bonafonte, married in 1908, immigrated to the United States in 1910 from Sicily. He struggled to become an actor, splitting his time between acting and off-Broadway plays and moonlighting as a bouncer along Dolph Lundgren. His big break came in 1988. We've got another photo here for you as well. There you go. In 1988, when with the premiere of the autobiographical one-man show, A Bronx Tale, which he wrote after being fired from a club for refusing entry to talent agent Swifty Lazar. Robert De Niro later developed and directed the film version as well. And again, he's really an amazing actor, and we're so happy to have an opportunity to celebrate him with you here. Now, there's somebody else whose birthday it is too. Let's see if you'll recognize this lovely face. Maybe, maybe not. She's an American actress. She's a singer. Jamie-Lynn Sigler. She's best known for her role as Meadow Soprano on the HBO series The Sopranos. Jamie-Lynn Sigler was born on Long Island in Jericho, New York. And that was on May 15th, 1981, the daughter of Steve and Connie Sigler. She has 2 brothers named Adam and Brian. Her father was the founder of the Men's Senior Baseball League. And Sigler is of Greek, Romanian, Sephardic Jewish descent through her father and of Cuban descent through her mother. And also Sigler's mother was raised Catholic, but later converted to Judaism upon marrying Sigler's father. Now, Sigler herself began acting and singing at the age of 7. She attended Jericho High School on Long Island and studied at the Cultural Arts Playhouse in Old Bethpage, New York. Again, you may remember her now from being in The Sopranos. And here's another legend. This is a legend in the sports world. Anybody who likes baseball may get this face right away. There you go. Who is that? Kansas City Royals. This gentleman was born on May 15th, 1953. George Howard Brett, an American former professional baseball player, of course, known as George Brett. Played for 21 years, primarily as a third baseman in Major League Baseball for the Kansas City Royals. George Brett's 3,154 career hits are second most by any third baseman in Major League history, to Adrian Beltre's 3,166, and ranked 18th of all time. He's one of 4 players in the MLB history to accumulate 3,000 hits, 300 home runs, and a career 300 batting average. The others being Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Stan Musial. It's really incredible. And Albert Pujols currently fulfills all 3 conditions, but is still an active player as well. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. That's right, in 1999, on the first ballot, and is the only player in the Major League Baseball history to win a batting title in 3 different decades. George Brett was named the Royals' interim coach as well. He was a hitting coach in 2013 on May 30th, but he stepped down from the position on July 25th in order to resume his position of Vice President of Baseball Operations. Now, here's a face I think you will recognize from government. It's her birthday today as well. That's right. Born Madeleine Albright. That's right. And she was born Marie. She's Madeleine, but she was born Marie. May 15th, 1937, American politician and diplomat. She is the first female United States Secretary of State in U.S. history, having served from 1997 to 2001 under President Clinton, Bill Clinton, as well. And her career obviously was an illustrious career. She still makes public appearances. She's still very involved. Along with her family, Madeleine Albright immigrated to the United States in 1948 from Czechoslovakia. Her father, diplomat Joseph Corbel, settled the family in Denver, Colorado, and then she became a U.S. citizen in 1957. Albright graduated from Wellesley College in 1959, earned a PhD from Columbia University in 1975, writing her thesis on the Prague Spring. She worked as an aide to Senator Edmund Muskie before taking a position under Zbigniew Brzezinski on the National Security Council. She served in that position until 1981, when President Jimmy Carter left office. After leaving the National Security Council, Madeleine Albright joined the academic faculty of Georgetown University and advised Democratic candidates regarding foreign policy. Now, after Clinton's victory in 92, the presidential election, Albright helped assemble his National Security Council, and in 93, Clinton appointed her to the position of U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations. She held that position until 1997, when she succeeded Warren Christopher as Secretary of State. Albright served in that capacity until Clinton left office in 2001. Albright has served as chair of the Albright-Stonebridge Group since 2009. She is the Michael and Virginia Mortara Endowed Distinguished Professor in Practice of Diplomacy at Georgetown University's School of Foreign Service, and a very important time for her, and a beautiful time. In May of 2012, she was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by U.S. President Barack Obama. Secretary Albright also serves on the board of the Council on Foreign Relations. Happy birthday to Madeleine Albright. And there's somebody else here that we're going to be celebrating as well. And I wonder if you will recognize this face. Again, maybe not. Well, you will see. This is Michael Gordon Oldfield, born the 15th of May, 1953, an English multi-instrumentalist and composer. His work blends progressive rock with world folk, classical, electronic, ambient, and new age music. Now, the hit that he had, his biggest commercial success, you know what it was? It was the theme to, well, actually it became the theme to the movie The Exorcist. It is the 1973 song Tubular Bells from the album Tubular Bells, which launched Virgin Records and became a hit in America after its opening, was used as the theme for the horror film The Exorcist with Linda Blair. He recorded the 1983 hit single Moonlight Shadow, which is a rendition of the Christmas piece Industria Jubilo. And also Oldfield has released 26 albums as well. It's kind of cute how you see me in between, right? We're working on that. And there's somebody else too we want to celebrate who has been in the business, wow, for, it seems like almost forever. Does anybody recognize this face here? A legend still with us. That is, of course, Lainie Kazan, born May 5th, 1939. American actress and singer. She was nominated for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series for Saint Elsewhere, and the 1993 Tony Award for the Best Featured Actress in a Musical for My Favorite Year. She was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for her role in My Favorite Year in 1982. Lainie Kazan played in a role in the My Big Fat Greek Wedding and its sequel film, Big Fat Greek Wedding #2. Kazan was born Lainie Levine in Brooklyn, New York, is the daughter of Carol and Benjamin Levine. Kazan's mother, Carol, was of Sephardic Jewish extraction, and her family came originally from Jerusalem. Her father, Benjamin, who was of Russian Jewish descent, worked as a gambling bookmaker. Her mother described her mother as neurotic, fragile, and artistic. She attended Brooklyn's Erasmus Hall High School, and where she was a senior, while Barbara Streisand, who she would later be the understudy for, was a sophomore at that school. She studied theater at HB Studio, and she graduated from Hofstra University in Hempstead, Long Island, New York in 1960. While at Hofstra, Lainie Kazan appeared in school musicals written and directed by classmate, future Academy Award-winning director Francis Ford Coppola, as well as actor James Caan. And there's some more shots as we celebrate Lainie Kazan's birthday. Again, she's a real legend in the industry. Absolutely, huh? Really amazing. And let's see. I think that wraps it all up for all the birthdays. Oh, no, there's somebody else. One last person here we have. And this person works in the television industry. You may recognize her here. Well, I wanted to show you this last picture of Michael Oldfield, who wrote Tubular Bells, the theme to The Exorcist. That's him now. Here's somebody else. Now, you might recognize her. She's a news anchor currently on Spectrum One News. However, she has worked with, almost all the networks. Gisele Fernandez, born May 15th, 1961, American television journalist and anchor for Spectrum News 1. She has worked on network television, and she's done anchoring and reporting for the CBS Early Show, CBS Evening News, NBC Today, NBC Nightly News, regular host for Access Hollywood. She was born in Mexico City. Not sure if you knew that. Yep, born in Mexico City. And was brought to East Los Angeles here in the United States at age 4. Her Catholic father was a flamenco dancer, while her Jewish mother was a student of Mexican folklore. That's right. And she attended California State University, Sacramento, where she graduated in 1982, earning her BA in journalism and in government. And we say a very happy birthday to all of those celebrities and stars, folks in music and film and television and entertainment. And if anybody watching has a birthday themselves, or anybody in your family has a birthday, happy birthday to you as well. Hey, I just wanted to show you, I had some new television headshots done. Let me know what you think of the new headshot. I think it looks very realistic. What do you think? Pretty similar, huh? Yeah, that's going to be my new headshot. And I figured I would go with the plaid shirt and the gray slacks and just tilt my head. And there you go, your friendly host, Jim Masters. If you give me a thumbs up if you like my new headshot. Again, I think the photographer really captured something here. Although he said in the beginning I was a little stiff. But then, he cracked a few jokes, and that was that. We got some comments coming in here live right now. It is Friday night, the Jim Masters Show live worldwide. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. A lot of people here with us. We appreciate it. You want to know how this show can grow even more? Just tell everybody about it. Keep tuning in as best as you can. Of course, we don't expect you to be here every night. You have a life to live. I fully get that. But spread the word. Let people know. Have watch parties at Facebook. Go to the YouTube channel. It's all under Jim Masters TV. We got a ton of people here. Wow. More segments coming up in just a minute. But let's see if I can keep up with all these great comments that are coming here. There's a ton of them here. Where are we at? Okay, so keeping up. Let's see. Minerva says, City Girl in New York says, yes, love your virtual trips. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Minerva. And Minerva says, good to see you. We got some hearts coming in from Christine Fairwood, Christopher Joseph. We already know, and that's terrific. And let's see what else we've got here. Scrolling forward because there's so many of them here. Let's see. Christopher says, great guests and subjects as well. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And my guest Monday night is watching as well. Dear friend. Again, it was such a great interview with Reno Venturi. Here watching as well. Great to see you, dear friend. Enjoyed my time as your first guest. That's right. This is week 2 of the Jim Masters Show live series on YouTube and Facebook. And Reno was the very first guest this week. You can go back in the archives and watch my one-on-one interview with Reno. It was a blast. He's a brilliant acting coach, casting director, actor, performer, mentor, composer. We had a blast. That's in the archives on Facebook. Scroll on my Jim Masters TV page. Go down the page. You'll see that interview there. You can go to the YouTube channel. The entire series is being archived at YouTube at Jim Masters TV. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you can. That helps the channel. Like the Jim Masters page, Jim Masters TV page, that is, if you haven't. Good to see you. Enjoyed my first time as your first guest. I've had great feedback. Keep up the great work. Well, Reno, thank you very much. I know you've watched me on television, heard me on the radio, and to have the opportunity to, have you here on the Jim Masters show in this personal, intimate approach, it was really terrific. So I appreciate your kind comments, my friend. And of course, Ken says your interview was great, Reno. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that as well. And let's see. Christopher says, your diction is so good. I can understand every word that you say. I've heard that. I've heard that multiple times before, that every word that I say is sort of clear and I articulate and enunciate and I inflect. My father, very much like that. He's like that as well. Every word is sort of punched and emphasized. And what's really funny about this, and of course my years on radio and television probably just accentuates it. But whenever the phone rings and I answer the phone, if it doesn't roll a voicemail and I grab the phone, hello, people pause because they think they're talking to an answering machine or I'm the voicemail. I'm like, hello, Jim here. Like, wait, Jim, is it you, or is it because of the tonality or quality of my voice? It sounds sort of like an announcer. People think that I'm an announcer on purpose type of thing. I'm like, this is how I speak. It's just the way it is. And let's see, we are here, and good friend of the family. You are a good friend of our family, Sonny Grasso. Love you, Sonny Grasso. I had a beautiful opportunity to attend his father's funeral in New York City. Sonny's dad is the legendary New York City police detective who they actually patterned the movie The French Connection after. And beloved, thousands of people came to the wake. Thousands of people came to the funeral in New York. Very touching, very moving. Love that man. I had an opportunity to meet him, his wife, Sonny, the family, all beautiful people, his wife, Christine, and spend time with them and have laughs and food and drinks with them. And just really, really terrific. And he passed just a couple of months ago. And beautiful man, really giving, and also a prolific television producer, movies as well. He also used as a consultant for a lot of the crime dramas and cop shows in the 70s, like Kojak and some of the others. So good to see you, Sonny. I really love having you here. And he says he used to have Thanksgiving and Easter dessert with us at Gino's on Alderton Avenue, the Broccoli family. Absolutely, absolutely. And let's see what we have here. Reno says, thank you. You are very welcome. And happy birthday, Jamie-Lynn. That's right. And Sonny Grasso, yes, pine tar, absolutely. Got to hear that crack of the bat. Austin says, George Brett, the infamous pine tar incident, July 4th, 1983. That's right. Martha Oliver Swartz says, wow, that's a great record. And let's see, Christopher says, awesomeness. You guys are great. You're like regulars. Love her. I met her. Roger Grimsley. Good guess there. And let's see, happy birthday to Marie Albright or Madeleine Albright. Yes, great writer too. What a career. Yes, you got it. The theme for The Exorcist. Happy birthday, Michael Gordon and Lainie. Yes, Lainie Kazan. That's right. She was in The Nanny as well. You got that. And Big Fat Greek Wedding as well. And Christopher sends her the wishes. He's coming in. And Sonny loves Gisele, and Sonny's always laughing. And yes, you like the Jim Masters headshot, Davey. Looks like Davey and Goliath when you say. Love it, Jim Masters. Thanks, Christopher. And hi, Reno. Again, I love this interactivity. Austin says very sexy. Yes, I think you're probably talking about the dog Silver, right? Hola from Isigari. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And hola from Minerva. Bravo from Sonny. I have an uncle, Sonny. That's right. My father's sister, Kitty. They were from Astoria, Queens, and then they made their home out on Long Island. And my uncle's real name, my father's sister's husband, our uncle, was Floyd, and he never really liked the name Floyd. So everybody called him Uncle Sonny. So I think that's why I'm partial to Sonny, senior and junior, because I have a beloved Uncle Sonny. Reno rocks. Yes, that's right. And everybody's saying hello to each other. Everybody loves Reno. That's great. That's why I had him on the show. You're just so good at what you do. I could listen to you all day. Thank you very much, Karen. I appreciate that very much. It means a lot. In my career professionally and what we're doing here with the Jim Masters show, I just really love bringing you guys on. Lots of laughs, ha, ha, ha. And you had an Aunt Kitty that was from Astoria that moved to Mastic? You did? You had an Aunt Kitty as well? Yeah, we had Aunt Kitty. They moved out to Deer Park, Long Island. Uncle Sonny and Aunt Kitty, Catherine Margaret Masters. What a great name, huh? My father's sister, Catherine, but they call her Kitty. Great name. Wow, that's amazing, huh? Cool stuff, everybody. You have an Aunt Kitty, I have an Aunt Kitty, and you're Sonny. You could be my uncle. Hey, I've got some. Yes. Wow. A Sonny and a Kitty? What's the chance of that? Hey, guys, it's time to have some fun now, if we haven't already, huh? I've got some trivia for you here, too, because, again, I want to make this really, really... get a Mrs. Beasley doll. My sister had Mrs. Beasley, the doll from Family Affair with Buffy and Jody, and starring Brian Keith and Sebastian Cabot as Mr. French. I had the Lost in Space robot. People really liked that nostalgic week that we did last week. I'll have to do some more of that. And you know what else I had once? Thank you very much, Ross. We appreciate that. Thank you very much, Sonny Grosso. I also used to have the Charlie McCarthy doll, the ventriloquist doll. I used to love ventriloquism, and I love magic too. I used to have a magic set, and that was one of my first toys, and the spirograph and all the other cool stuff. But we were going back to New York from visiting our relatives in Connecticut and Massachusetts. My sister and I were in the back seat of our parents' car. Parents in the front, sister on the back, and we were playing with some of the toys, and we were playing with the Charlie McCarthy doll, the ventriloquist doll. And he had the bow tie, and he had the mouth, and it was a cool thing. I love that doll. It was a Christmas gift. And somehow my sister pulled on the string too hard that activated the mouth, and then the string busted. Now, if you have a ventriloquist doll where the mouth can't move, the show is pretty much over. You're pretty much up a creek. And that's exactly what happened. Unfortunately, George, did you hear that? I mean, I'm sure you interviewed Edgar Bergen, Candace Bergen's father. So Charlie didn't quite make it through that family end of vacation ride from Connecticut back to Long Island because the Charlie McCarthy doll's mouth busted in the backseat of the car. We no happy with that. Let's see, right, Chris, Mrs. Beasley. And let's see, Christopher says, do the Time Warp from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And, thank you very much. And smiles to you as well, Izzy. Again, we're doing a lot of interaction, so feel free to post away. Wait a minute. You had a Charlie McCarthy doll, too. Are we cousins, Sonny? Aunt Kitty, Uncle Sonny. What is going on here? This is unbelievable. Hey, you guys are intelligent. You guys like to have a lot of fun. And that's what we're doing tonight. We're having a lot of fun. And we're here tomorrow. We got a great show. Sunday, a special show, and then a full week of guests and a lot more going on. So again, the only way this show gets to be enjoyed by lots of people is if you spread the word to everybody. And I really love that. Many of you have been really doing it. You're like my assistant producers. You've been sharing the links. You've been tagging people. You've been telling friends. I love it, and I appreciate that. And I love you all for doing that. Time for some trivia. We're going to do tonight a little television trivia. So let's see. Oh, I like this. I swear, brother, you got it. Absolutely. You put on magic shows too? Yes, we used to do that. We used to do magic shows. We used to do plays in the garage, plays in the bedroom. And you'll laugh, Sonny, and everybody watching. When my goldfish died, who I loved very much, Wally from W.T. Grant's, that fish lasted 12, 15 years, and usually goldfish don't. And one day he came home from school, and he was not in the aquarium. Somehow he flipped out of the aquarium was laying there on the floor, and he passed away. I was a kid. So what did we do? We actually had a funeral procession in the backyard. We had a little toy child's piano, and my sister sang, and we took the gravel from the aquarium, and we put him in a little box with a little note, and we buried him in the backyard. Of course, we did it next to the swimming pool, just in case he comes back to life and wants to do some swimming. He was a couple feet from the swimming pool, put him in a box, buried him in the backyard next to this evergreen tree. And the neighborhood kids came over, and they sat in little chairs, and we made this a professional funeral for the Wally the goldfish. I played the piano, my sister sang, and we had a little funeral service and we sprinkled I think it was pink and green gravel back then, from the bowl or from the aquarium, and we just placed it over the plot, and it's still there. They sold the house and built a house in Florida, the folks, but I'm sure maybe the people that are in the house now don't know that there's a goldfish buried back there. All right, let's see. We got the whole family here. You got it. Absolutely, Sonny. The whole family. Did it in the garage too. And Christopher says the whole darn family's here. You got it. Absolutely. And gracias. You are very welcome. That's nice. Coastal Chico. Great idea. And Minerva Issy is saying hello to as well. Good to have you with us, folks. So let's get into this. Wow, I can't believe this hour's going by fast. There's so many things to do here. Again, let's do some cheers. Get your glass once again, and cheers to all the folks that are watching from all around the world. I salute you and you and you and you and you and you. A little rosé tonight on a Friday night. Very, very smooth. All right, so here we go. Here's your question. A little TV trivia tonight. Nightmare at 20,000 Feet is a classic episode of which television series? Nightmare at 20,000 Feet is a classic episode of which television series? Do you think you know what it is? Put those thinking caps on. Again, the title of this particular episode of this legendary series, the title of the episode was Nightmare at 20,000 Feet. Classic episode of television. What television series? I'll have to get some theme music for that. And it looks like Sonny Grasso's got the answer. Yes, The Twilight Zone. If you may remember, William Shatner was in that episode where he was seeing a monster on the wing of the plane. Nightmare at 20,000 Feet originally aired in 1963, starring William Shatner. Perhaps the most memorable episode of The Twilight Zone. Okay, so if you didn't get that one, no worries, no worries. Here's another one for you. For those of you who might be in the world of fashion or understanding the world of fashion. We'll take this off here. We don't need those. Speaking of fashion, 20th century fashion icon, everybody. Okay, get those thinking caps on, those who love fashion. This 20th century fashion icon, Gabrielle Chanel, was better known by what nickname? Now, of course, you have Chanel perfumes. She was a fashion icon, 20th century fashion icon, Gabrielle Chanel. What was she better known for? What was her nickname? Na, 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 na. Think about that one. You can hear it. Blah, blah, Chanel. Blah, blah, Chanel. I tell you, if we were doing cash and prizes, Sonny Grasso is going to be going home with a year's supply of rice-a-roni tonight. Thank you very much. Great episode. Glad you're enjoying it, Sonny. That's what it's all about. And let's see. Yes, Coco Chanel. You got it, Sonny. And Christopher, you did too out there in Toledo, Ohio. Congratulations to you guys. I think we're going to have some things we're going to be giving away soon too. I'll put some ideas together. We might do some giveaways. Yeah, rice-a-roni, right? The San Francisco treat. You got that, Sonny. All right, so here we go. Here's another one. Now, this is current. This is, and Christine Fairwood. Yep, you got it. Sometimes these comments probably come in a little bit past, so you get credit as well, Christine. Coco Chanel, you got it. I wanted to break these up. I didn't want it to just be TV or just, I wanted to have a variety of things. But going back to television, this person is currently on television. Jim Cramer. He is the star of which American television program? And Minerva says Chanel is a great, great fragrance. It certainly is. It's a beautiful scent, Chanel. So Jim Cramer is the star of which American television program? Let's see. Okay, that's right. I was going to say that, Martha, that somebody had said it earlier. Love your knowledge, Coco, my nickname for you. I guess I'm Coco. Well, then if you combine you calling me Coco, Martha, with Minerva's calling me Coastal Chico, I guess I'm Coastal Coco Chico, the 3 C's. So, Jim Cramer, the star of an American television program. Do we know the answer? Da, na, 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 na. He's currently on, let me give you some clues. It's a financial show. He's on in the evening, and he's on CNBC. And right now, with what's been going on in the economy, a lot of people have been watching, those channels. He's on CNBC nightly, and yes, Austin Greenfield says Mad Money. Minerva says love it. And Austin Greenfield says Mad Money. You got it. That's right. Mad Money. The show is on CNBC. Mad Money. More information. Jim Cramer is actually a Wall Street money manager. And on CNBC's Mad Money, he advises viewers on how to invest. I don't know right now. Up and down, up and down. If you're playing the stock market, you definitely need to invest in Alka-Seltzer and Rolaids about now. Here's another one now. Yeah, Mad something, right? Mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. That was from Network. Let's see. We got more coming in here again. Keep them coming. This is interactive. I'm going to show you guys. Very interactive. And good stuff, guys. What a smart bunch we've got here. Here's another one. Now, this one is a real test of Americana. Here's your question. All right. What was Mickey Mouse's name before it changed to Mickey? Mickey Mouse's name wasn't always Mickey Mouse. So when you have, once everything gets opened up and people can get together again, boy, are you people going to have some great trivia questions, huh? So there you go. What was Mickey Mouse's name before it was changed to Mickey? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ready? Think about it. Somebody in there is going to get it. It's easy when you hear it, but not always as easy when you have to think about it on the fly. Martha got it. Martha got it. We love you too, Minerva. We love you too. Let's see. Yes, Mortimer. Yes, Mortimer. Mortimer was Mickey Mouse's original name before it was Sonny. Thank you, Sonny. Love that guy. Yes, Sonny is terrific. You got it. Martha got it. She sure did. Here's another one for you. Let's slip in a couple more quick one here. This was fairly recent. Lady Gaga teamed up with which famous crooner to sing Baby It's Cold Outside for Barnes & Noble, the bookstore, in a commercial. Now, she also teamed up with him in a phenomenal public television special about 2 years ago. So she teamed up with this legendary jazz crooner, famous crooner, not just jazz, but famous crooner, and also did it in a commercial where they sang together, and they sang Baby It's Cold Outside for Barnes & Noble bookstore commercial. Ken got the answer. You got it, Ken. Absolutely. Tony Bennett, and yes, Antonio Di Benedetto from Astoria as well. My father knew him. I'm sure your dad knew him as well, Sonny. Still with us in his 90s, I believe now. So yeah, he performed with Lady Gaga. Here's another one. Now this one might be a little niche. This is for people that watch the CBS series The Big Bang Theory on CBS. Which regular character from The Big Bang Theory hated using curse words? There's one standout character that hated using curse words. Yes, Martha got Tony Bennett. You got it. That's right. On The Big Bang Theory on CBS, something a little bit more current, there was one particular character who didn't like curse words used. Na, 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 na. Good stuff, Sonny. Oh, yeah, sang with him too? You did? Piccolo Venezia? Wow, that's amazing, Sonny. So, anybody know the answer to this? This one might be a little niche. You have to really be a fan of that particular show on CBS, which ran forever. It was Sheldon. Yeah, Martha got it. Karen got it. Yes, Sheldon. That's right. The lead character. Sheldon doesn't like to swear. Throughout the show, he swore only a few times. He often uses swear word alternatives. Here we go. Here's another one. Now, if Sonny Grasso doesn't get this answer, I will fall off the chair with Silver the dog, George Burns, and I'll just have to end up inside that bottle with Jeannie. So I hope you get it wrong. Which state, this is for all of you, Sonny might beat you to the punch on this one. If you're still with us, Sonny may jump on this quick. Which state is the crime drama The Sopranos set in? So The Sopranos, the legendary series of Sopranos, what United States state was that supposed to be happening in? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. So what state was that series supposed to take place? Yes, of course. I knew Sonny Grasso was going to get that. I guess I don't get to go in that Genie bottle tonight, Jeannie. You're going to have to stay in there by yourself, but there's always tomorrow. So Sonny Grasso got it right. New Jersey. There's an actual Sopranos sites tour where fans can visit locations in New Jersey associated with the television series. Here's another one. Which old school situation comedy featured Tom Hanks dressed up as a woman? Which old school situation comedy featured actor Tom Hanks? Now, this was a sitcom. I'll give you a hint. It was on in the 80s. And it was on ABC. It was on ABC. Yeah, Christine Fairwood says Joyzy. Martha says to Sonny, good job, Sonny. Absolutely. So the series, very popular series that ran, TV series, sitcom that ran on ABC in the 80s. Tom Hanks, this was really a breakout for Tom Hanks. Which old school situation comedy featured Tom Hanks dressed up as a woman? Martha Oliver Swartz, just to show everybody. Yeah, Sonny. Martha says Bosom Buddies, and Martha is correct. Yes, we're going to have some prizes in future episodes. Bosom Buddies was based on Tom Hanks and his co-star, Peter Scolari, who you might remember went on to Newhart, the second version on CBS with Mary Fran and Bob Newhart and Tom Poston, where they lived where they had that Vermont Inn, Newhart. So he was in that as well. But dressed in drag in order to reside at a low-rent ladies-only apartment complex. That was Bosom Buddies. Now, here's another one. Let's see. That was the best show ever, Sopranos, according to Christine. Yes. This is a cable television network. You can flip through the dial. Probably everybody gets this. What does the acronym OWN stand for? OWN is the television network. What does the OWN mean? So what does the acronym OWN, OWN, that's the name of the cable TV network, what does it stand for? When you flip through dial and you see the OWN television network. Lots of shows on there, lots of interviews on there. Yes, Tom Hanks, Izuyari says Tom Hanks was great. Austin said the program is excellent. Love the trivia. Thank you very much. And Sonny got it again. Here it is. You got it, Sonny. OWN is the, no, that's the wrong one. Where'd that go? Things jumping around. We're getting so much action here. Ken got it too. So we got Ken got it and Sonny got it. The Oprah Winfrey Network. That's right. And let's see. Yep, you got that. And Austin got it as well. Good to have you guys here. All right. So we got some more. I believe we have some more. Desi Arnaz played the on-screen husband to which actress during his primetime career? Martha Oliver Swartz said Oprah Winfrey Network, exactly, for the last question. So Desi Arnaz played the on-screen husband to which actress during the prime of his career? Yes, Sonny Grasso. My God, he's cleaning up tonight. Sonny Grasso says Lucille Ball. You got it, Sonny. So does Martha. This is fun. Trivia night here, huh? Plus, I got a few more things before we wrap the show. I believe the hour is just about up. So we'll go for just a few more minutes here because I know you've got a busy night ahead, I'm sure, of sitting on the couch and finishing the knitting maybe, or watching something. Austin says Lucille Ball. Christopher says Lucille Ball. You guys are great. Here's one that may throw a loop. What type of dog is Scooby-Doo from the cartoon series Scooby-Doo? So the Scooby-Doo series, which came out in the 70s, the animated series, and movies and lunch boxes and shirts and everything else. What type of dog is Scooby-Doo from the cartoon series Scooby-Doo? What kind of dog? If you remember the image of Scooby-Doo, what kind of dog do you think? Give you a clue. Starts with a G. Big dog. Yes. Martha Oliver Swartz. Ding, 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 ding for you. Great Dane. Great Dane. Do you know that I once competed in a national contest with the Game Show Network to be a game show host? And I came in, it was like second, which was really good. I was very happy with it because it was a while back. Out of 5,000 people that competed, 5,000 people that showed up to compete. It was awesome. Game shows, love them. Be cool to host that too. So, Great Dane, yes. And Sonny said Great Dane. And everybody has all these great comments here. And Christine, all of you, Christopher Joseph, Greyhound. Close, yeah, that was with the G too. And let's see. Yeah, Scooby-Doo, Great Dane, made his first appearance on the big screen on September 13th, 1969 on the CBS show Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Let's see. So that takes care. Thanks to all the participants who played our trivia. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're all outstanding. You're all intelligent people. Every single one of you, as I always say, is a star. You're all a star. Now, usually when I work in the television studios, you know, the equipment is like, there'd be real stars coming out of the sky, but hey, we're at the home studio here. So there's your star. This might be even more intimate, right? To have a star like this. This is for all of you. So we've been going through a rough time, right? Light at the end of the tunnel. We're seeing that happen. So trying to do all these shows and have a lot of fun. Every single show is different. We've got to have some levity. So we've been having some levity. So here are some jokes for you. Do not go away yet, Sonny. We got some jokes coming your way right now on the Jim Masters Show. All right, here we go. Let's see who's going to get this. Why do some of the answers before the question? That's a good idea. Here we go. Ready to laugh? Why do we tell actors, why do we tell actors to break a leg? I'm going to have to get a laugh track too. So why do we tell actors break a leg? Ready? Hold on to your hats because every play has a cast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the applause. I appreciate it. I can hear you laughing. So why do we tell actors to break a leg? Because every play has a cast. Here we go. Now listen closely to this. Helvetica and Times New Roman. Helvetica and Times New Roman. Walk into a bar. Get out of here, shouts the bartender. We don't serve your type. You get it? Are you looking at your keyboards? Are you looking at your fonts? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love this applause. Helvetica and Times New Roman walk into a bar. Again, you're supposed to laugh. It's been rough lately, right? Rough times lately. Got to make you laugh. Levity. However we can do it. There's a tip jar right here. See it? Put it in there. Helvetica and Times New Roman walk into the bar. Get out of here, shouts the bartender. We don't serve your type. All right, here we go. Yesterday, I saw a guy spill all his Scrabble letters on the road. You know what I asked him? Ready? I'll repeat it again. I'll repeat it slowly in case there's a Wi-Fi lag or something, because we are reaching worldwide. Yesterday, I saw a guy spill all his Scrabble letters on the road. You know what I asked him? What's the word on the street? Thank you. Hopefully you find this very endearing. Having a ball. This has been a blessing and a joy. I'm loving doing this, folks. So what's the word on the street? Because all the Scrabble letters fell on the road. Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? Yeah, I know. George Burns is probably getting aggravated because George Burns is getting pissed. Well, he probably is because I thought of these jokes before you. But you're the sidekick. I'm the host. You're the sidekick. You had your day. You did your thing, and you were terrific. You set the bar high. That Scrabble one was funny. Well, here we go. Here's another one. I think I need get your beverage. There's a couple left. You might need some of this. A tasty rosé always goes on a Friday night. Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? I'll say it again slowly. Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? He just needed a little space. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. The tip jar is right there on the right. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Makes you think, makes you wonder, right? I'm throwing in a little science here for you. Why don't scientists trust atoms? You ready for this one? The reason why scientists don't trust atoms is because they make up everything. I'm not showing that one, Sonny. Gotta laugh, right? You gotta laugh. We want some light and levity here. What sits at the bottom of the sea and twitches? What sits at the bottom of the sea and twitches? No, it's not an octopus, although that would make sense. What sits at the bottom of the sea and twitches? A nervous wreck. Thank you. You guys, you're just too much. It's unbelievable. The outpouring of support is extraordinary. I am bowled over. I am humbled. I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight. Your overwhelming support and love and laughter. I see all of you. Minerva just fell off her chair, and Christine is choking with laughter, and Martha, she just had a conniption fit. What is a conniption fit, actually? How do you spell that? How does Moses make tea? Now, of course, we know he parted the sea, right? Of course, he parted the sea. Again, we just try to make you laugh. The show is everything. You never know what you're going to get each night. We've got a format, but tonight we wanted to have some fun because we had some great serious interviews and cool stuff this week. Got a great weekend of shows coming up and a terrific week next week. Don't go anywhere. But to put a smile on your face, because we need some light stuff. We even need jokes where you really got to think too hard, because everybody's been stressed out and fearful and worried, and a lot of heavy stuff going on in our lives. So these are things we don't need to think about. Just laugh along if you want. How does Moses make tea? Hebrews. Write that one down for your next holiday party, trivia time with the family and friends and neighbors. And just a couple more before we get ready to wrap. Why can't you explain puns to kleptomaniacs? Martha says, oh goodness, that's hilarious. SpongeBob. I saw that one. Shalom. Part water. Yeah, with part water. I like that. That's a good one. With part water. Mm-hmm. So why can't you explain puns to kleptomaniacs? And of course, kleptomaniacs, they steal things. They take things and they steal them. So anybody know? Thanks, Austin. He says oh God, Hebrews. Yeah, I tell you. Why can't you explain puns to kleptomaniacs? Why can't you explain puns to kleptomaniacs? Because they always take things literally. Thank you. You guys are awesome. The laughter. I mean, I tell you, especially you guys in the front row here, you're the best. Two more. Just two more. How do you keep a bagel from getting away? How do you keep a bagel from getting away? Got that thinking cap on out there, world? How do you keep a bagel from getting away? Again, we want to do something just light. We need some levity in our lives, don't we? We need some light, some levity, fun stuff. Can't have everything always be so serious. And, a lot of us do serious things in our careers. So it's nice to have all of you here. It's a blessing to have all of you here on a Friday night. How do you keep a bagel from getting away? Put locks on it. Yeah. Locks, Sonny. Yes, that's right. Ken, put some locks on it. Sonny, or locks. Exactly right. And one more here for you, folks. A man tells his doctor, "Doc, help me. I'm addicted to Twitter." So a man tells his doctor, "Doc, help me. I'm addicted to Twitter." What does the doc say? Oh, I like that. Oh, I like this. You're very punny. Kathleen from Queens. Kathleen, I just dubbed you. You are the queen from Queens. Kathleen is the queen, our queen from Queens. And I mean that with all good intention. A man tells his doctor, "Doc, help me. I'm addicted to Twitter." What does the doctor say? Yes, no, he didn't say here, pay the copay. The secretary already took care of that. A man tells his doctor, "Doc, help me. I'm addicted to Twitter." And the doc replies, "Sorry, I don't follow you." Thank you. You guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. What can I say? You guys are the best. So there you go. You got some jokes. You got some trivia. You got some birthdays. We've got the interaction. You've got the star. You've got the new mascot, Silver. There you go. There's Silver. This debut of our new cast here on the Jim Masters Show. Beautiful Silver coming right in there close. What a beautiful dog, huh? Again, we picked this up when we were on a television shoot in Europe, and Silver making the debut. I was going to do it last night, but we ran out of time because we had Rain Pryor with us, and I really didn't want to interrupt the interview. So Silver is here, joining George and the cast of characters. Good boy. And as we get ready to wrap, I tell you, these I jam a lot in an hour, don't I? Sonny knows there's a line there somewhere. Sharon Demaria says, "Beautiful." Martha says, "Oh my God." Sonny says, "I'll be using that." Kathleen says, "Yay." Good to have you. Wherever you are around the world, thank you so much. Again, I am your host, Jim Masters. Again, I do this for a living. I'm a television radio host and wear a lot of hats behind the scenes and on camera, doing this for years. And we debuted this 2 weeks ago. We love doing this. We're here every night. Hail Mary. Every night, 7 p.m. for Pacific, with a whole new show every night, all different kinds of fun things we're doing. It isn't just something we can tune in one night and, oh, it's that again. And we're very interactive with all of you. That's right. Izzy Gary says, "Dog, you got it." Silver is now part of the cast here at the Jim Masters Show, along with George and Jeannie and you. Remember, guys, very, very important. No matter how difficult and frustrating and irritating and hectic everything gets, it's really important to remember these words. Again, we picked this up in Newport, Rhode Island, that beautiful little beach scene there from the 1920s or 30s, it looks like. always remember to relax, to breathe, have some fun. Remember some of those jokes that I told you. Regardless of the reaction, tell the jokes anyway. You'll be the one laughing. But you know what I mean, in all seriousness. You can't really give somebody a hug. Normally I'd say that. You can't high five. You can't do the handshake. But you can always pick up the phone and call. You can always text. You can always, say nice things to people. Smile. They have not banned smiling. Smiling still exists. So smile often. Even if you have the mask on, I know it's kind of hard to smile with a mask, but when you're smiling, you can see it in the eyes. You can see a smile in the eyes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you very much, Sonny. I appreciate all these great, excellent show. It will grow quickly with your friend. I got your back, Sonny. You're the best. I really appreciate that, sir. You have a great night as well. There you go, everybody. Relax, breathe. We've got another phenomenal show in store for you tomorrow night. This was a fun show, lots of trivia, lots of audience interaction. That's exactly what I wanted to do tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. We went past the hour again. I got to really tighten it up. You're all a star to me. I say, have a wonderful evening. And I cheer you and you and you and you and you. Again, I am your host, Jim Masters. We're here every night at 7 p.m. Tell your friends, share the links. Phenomenal guests coming up. Phenomenal guests we've had this week, too. I thank Rain Pryor. I thank June Rachelson Aspa. I thank Dan Goggin. I thank Rena Venturi on our first week of guests. We've got a phenomenal Saturday night show. We had fun, so much fun last Saturday night, didn't we? We sort of changed the scene a little bit. We have a lot of fun. George says goodnight. Mr. George Burns saying goodnight to all of you as well. And, of course, Jeannie. We got to wrap up with Jeannie. Ah, boy, she's still upset that her hair can't come out the way she wants it. How you doing in there, Jeannie? A little frustrated again that the hair isn't coming out, but she's in there. She's blinking at you. She wishes you a good night. Love you, Jeannie. Yes, Master. All right, guys, you take care. I wish you the very best for the rest of your evening. Cheers to all of you. Let's see. Oh, I appreciate this. Austin says, wonderful show. And Izzy. And let's see what we've got. Have a great night. Be safe. You too. Sharon says, great show. Ken says, these shows are evolving so nicely. Yeah, they really are, and quickly too. And again, the response has been terrific. Thank you very much, Izzy. We appreciate that. I tell you, it's all interactive too, and I love that. I love the fact that it's interactive. We get a chance to spend some time with you guys. So I do thank you guys so much for being with us here. And I want to say to all of you, again, do everything you can to smile, do everything you can to breathe, and just really, care about one another, because that's what really matters most in life, is caring about one another. And it's a blessing to have you here with me every night. Again, we're having a lot of fun doing this. We really, really are. It's a blessing. It's a treat. And I'm a very communal person, so I love having folks like you in my life, virtually. And some of you I know personally, so it's really wonderful to have you here. Cheers to all of you. From the whole gang, Silver, George, Jeannie. Probably get some more people coming in if we can fit them in on set here. Maybe one of the days we'll have you on the other side of the screen there, and you'll be my special guest. Thank you for all of the comments, all of the words on Facebook, sharing the links at Jim Masters TV to the Jim Masters Show, and YouTube as well at Jim Masters TV. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jim Masters TV. Share the love. Doing all this for you. I love doing it, guys. You are truly the best. And you guys really hang in there to the end, which is really amazing. Couple more last comments coming in here from Kathleen. Cheers, be well. Izzy says, thank you. I really appreciate that, Izzy. And of course, Sonny Grasso, who took home the Cadillac, the washer and dryer, the microwave popcorn maker, and all the rice-a-roni with our trivia tonight. Cheers to you as well, Sonny. And thanks to everybody for being with us. We really appreciate it. And I wish all of you a peaceful evening and a very, very good night. All right, guys, you take care. Jim Masters, thanking you for your time this time till next time. And of course, say goodnight, Gracie. You've been watching the Jim Masters Show, a Masters Media broadcast production. Good night, guys. Love you. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern on the Jim Masters Show. Take care. Love you. Have a good night.